guys, my name's Dave and welcome to another Guitars Really Hero song tutorial. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to play No Surprises by Radiohead, which is a great tune. For the basics of this song, you'll need your guitar in standard tuning and you'll need a capo on the 3rd fret of your guitar. Now, I do want to note that if you try to play along to the original recording, your guitar might sound a tiny bit off, and that's because in the studio recording, they don't have their guitars tuned at the standard 440 Hz reference point. It's actually a little bit flatter than that. So if you do want to practice this song, then either play along with my playthrough at the end of this lesson or play along with any of the live versions that you can find on YouTube. Now I'm basing this particular arrangement off a live version that I found on YouTube. You can check out that performance in the link in the description below. If you want to master your chords, then be sure to head over to guitarsreadyhero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. Or if you want to improve your guitar in general, then check out GZ2H Premium, which is my complete step-by-step guitar course. Let's jump into the lesson. Okay, so let's start with the picked riff, which is used at the very start of this song. So we're going to start with a D chord, but we're going to play this a tiny bit different to the standard way of fretting a D chord. Now, Tom York actually uses his pinky finger here on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string instead of the ring finger. Now, the reason for that is that it's easier to transition to the next chord. Now, there is an alternative way of doing this, and I'll talk about that a little bit later, but I'll just start with the way Tom York actually plays it. We're going to start by plucking the 1st string, 3rd string, 2nd string, and then 3rd string. So 4 plucks there. 1 and 2 and we're going to do up, down, up, down. We're going to repeat that set of 4 notes through 3 times. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and then this is where we shift to the G minor 6. So you take your middle finger, put it on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and then ring finger comes onto the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. And we're just going to pluck the 6th string, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. So 3 and 4 and that's it for the riff, which sounds like this in total. And that's just repeated through twice. Now, if you want to play the regular way, you could just fret the D chord like you usually would, and then play the D minor 6 like this with your index, middle, and ring finger. But it's a little trickier to make that transition, so that's why I'm going to use my pinky finger here, planted on that 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And it's actually how Tom York does it as well. So next, we're going to get to what I call the break section, and it's based off those same 2 chords, the D and the G minor 6. Now for the D chord, we're going to play a strumming pattern that goes like this. Down, up, down, 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 up. Now, one thing we're going to do though, is we're going to actually lift our middle finger right after that 1st strum. So down, up, down, 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 up. And then when we play that D chord again, we're going to put that middle finger back down just for that 1st strum. So one more time. Down, up, down, 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 up. Now when we get to our G minor 6, we're going to strum this with a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. But on that 2nd up strum, we're going to actually put our index finger just momentarily on the 2nd fret of the 1st string. So it'll sound like this. And all together, the break. And that's it for the break section. Now, if playing all those chord variations is too tricky for you, then you can just stick to the basic chord and not worry about varying the chords throughout the strumming pattern. You can just play the D and then G minor 6. Next, we get to the verse, which has 3 lines of chords. So I'm going to start with our D, and we're going to use that same strumming pattern that we had in the break. And we're going to do that same thing again, where we lift our middle finger right after that 1st down strum. So that D is played for 4 of those strumming patterns. And then we're going to go to a G6/B. So to play that from the D, you're just going to move your index finger up to the 2nd fret of the 5th string. You also ideally want to keep the 6th string muted. You can do that with your thumb, just reaching over the top to hit that 6th string. So we're just strumming from the 5th string onwards. So this is a G6/B. But again, we're also going to just add that middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string, just on that 1st down strum. So we're using that same strumming pattern for the D. Down, up, down, down, down. And that's repeated through 4 times as well. For the 3rd line of chords, we just go to an easy E minor chord. We're just going to strum this with a down, 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 up. Really nice and easy. And then we go to an A chord after that. Now we're going to play our A chord like this with our middle ring and pinky finger on the second frets of the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. Now it's the same strumming pattern, but on the highlighted down strums that you see in the strumming pattern, you're just going to shift your pinky finger up to the 3rd fret of the 2nd string to play an A sus4 chord, just momentarily. So that will sound like this. But again, if these chord variations are too hard, then just stick to the same chord for the whole strumming pattern and that's fine as well. So in total, the verse sounds like this. So that's it for the verse. Now, the next part to learn is the verse variation, which is identical except we cut out the 3rd line of chords. The next part to learn is the chorus, which is really simple because it's just that E minor to the A played through 3 times. So it's the same as that 3rd line of chords that we had in the regular verse. So that chorus is really, really simple, just 2 chords back and forth. The final section we really need to learn is the bridge, which just has 2 lines of chords. So we're going to start with our A, and we're going to go to an A sus4. So each chord is just going to be strummed with a down, 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 up. So down, 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 up, down, 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 up. And then we're going to go to our G minor 6, and we're going to strum it down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. But again, on that highlighted up strum, we'll take our index finger and put it on that 2nd fret of the 1st string. So the first line of chords. And that's repeated through twice. And the second line of chords is just an E minor and a G minor 6, each for a down, 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 up, down, 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 up. So really nice and easy. So that's it for the bridge in total, which sounds like this. And those are all the parts to this song. Now the trickiest part is just sort of remembering the structure. Now in terms of the structure, we have our riff to start the song, then our break, then we have the verse, another break, another verse, and another break, and then we have a verse variation, and then we get into our chorus. After that is another riff, another verse variation, another chorus, a break, the bridge, the verse variation, a chorus, and then finally the riff to end the song. The structure is a little tricky, but if you just write it down on a sheet of paper, then you can follow along. So now I'll be doing a full playthrough of the song, and I'll have my good friend Eric lending his awesome vocals to this playthrough. Feel free to play this back as many times as you'd like to practice, play along to, and see how you go. Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this lesson, then I know you'll absolutely love these other lessons too. So hit the link here. Or if you want to grab a copy of my free guitar ebook, then head over to guitarzerotohero.com or click the link here. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.